In Sacramento.
This morning, the city of Sacramento is the latest city to roll out a guaranteed income program. 80 families who qualify will get $500 a month for 1 year. Money for the program will come from the United Way and from U.S. taxpayers. The city is accepting applications starting today.
Governor Newsom has announced a plan to turn San Quentin Prison into a rehab facility. Here's KFBK's Jack Cronin.
The governor says by 2025, San Quentin, currently housing more than 3,000 maximum security prisoners, will be turned into a Scandinavian rehab center. The LA Times says the $20 million project will turn San Quentin into a center for job training and placement with comfortable, open living spaces. The Scandinavian model says life should be as normal as possible for those convicted of crimes while they serve the punishment of separation from the community while helping prison guards with less stressful situations. Jack Cronin, KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio.
Yosemite National Park set to reopen this weekend. It's been closed for nearly 3 weeks. Crews have been clearing rock slides from the recent storms. The park will open with limited service Saturday from sunrise to sunset. The only route to the park is through El Portal Road.
The Biden administration is calling on Congress to strengthen banking regulations after the collapse of two banks. More from KSBK's Mark Mayfield.
Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says legislation has been introduced to repeal part of a Trump-era bank regulation rollback. The bill would put banks with at least $50 billion in assets back under strict Federal Reserve oversight. She said tougher rules are necessary to prevent another failure. She added the administration is working to get a full accounting of what happened with Silicon Valley Bank to hold those responsible accountable. Mark Mayfield, KFBK, Sacramento.
An investigation by House Republicans shows that President Biden's family received hefty payments from a Chinese company. KFBK's John Bernice with more on that story.
House Republicans say their investigation found President Biden's family got over $1 million from a Chinese-linked business. Kentucky Congressman James Comer says there's evidence that President Biden's son, Hunter, brother James, daughter-in-law Haley Biden, and a fourth unnamed Biden received the payments, allegedly when Biden was VP. The administration says Comer's investigation is politically motivated. John Bernice, KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio.
Another leading financial analyst says this is not the time to despite the collapse of two banks in the U.S. in the past week. Here's former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers. It is our featured audio clip this hour.
I don't think this is a time for panic or alarm. This is not 2008. Look, Americans' money is safe. Americans' money will be safe if they don't raise rates at all. Americans' money will be safe if they do raise rates by 25 basis points, because the government has indicated deposits, and as that message is repeated and becomes clear, as people see that those who deposited money, even in the banks that failed, and even the people who were not insured, are getting their money back in full. But we are still also seeing very substantial rates of inflation. If inflation continues, they will erode people's purchasing power and their ability to spend.
So he's the calm guy in the room.
Well, you want to believe that. You want to believe that, but also is it good for the government? That was the $250,000 threshold. They're going to make all depositors whole. I mean, how many times can you do that?
So then there's the story this morning about that have come in and dumped $30 billion into that bank, headed by J.P. Morgan Chase, Citigroup, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and others, to keep that bank afloat. And that was the headline today, this morning, as we got into the studio. And now their stock today is down by another 18%. And there's a guy there. He's been very concerned about the potential for the banking sector meltdown since Silicon Valley Bank went under. And he is concerned that this plan to bail out First Republic Bank by the other banks could lead to financial contagion. So that's a completely different take on the scenario from Bill Ackman than we just heard from Larry Summers.
Right, and
these are two sides when it comes to the economy.
And then there was Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, was being questioned yesterday by a congressional member, I believe from Oklahoma, who said, okay, so you came up with a plan to save SVB and brokered this plan to this other bank. What if it was an Oklahoma bank? What if it was a bunch of farmers and not Silicon behind money investors. And if it was a bank like that, would you step in and save the depositors of that bank?
Yes, they would.
And she didn't have a good answer on, how the commissioners voted, and if the Fed voted, and then I would have to approve it, and the president would have to approve it. But it wasn't an automatic yes.
Well, I think that's a bit of a stretch to say that this was geographically driven. I mean, look, they're concerned about contagion, period. Is or where it originated.
Yeah,
I mean, look, we're talking about Credit Suisse in Europe.
But she didn't guarantee it. She didn't say, yes, we would do it.
That is true. And then in Europe, we got word today that they've decided that they're going to raise their interest rates another half a basis point, 50 basis points.
Right. And when do we have the Fed meeting next week?
Yeah, it's coming up. And there's a wide... They won't touch it. They won't raise rates at all because of what's going on in the banking sector.
But after what Europe did, maybe their fever to get inflation down is that hot.
Maybe it is, or maybe inflation is that hot there too.
Yeah.
Here are your top global. KPK News Radio. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
From ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. It's one of the most celebratory days in the U.S. Day being celebrated at a parade in Savannah, Georgia. Many Catholic bishops today have issued a allowing Catholics to eat meat on a Friday during Lent. It's usually a day of abstinence. That's so they can have corned beef. There's no word on whether President Biden plans to take advantage, but he is marking the holidays. ABC's Karen Travers in Washington.
President Biden welcomes to the White House today the Irish Prime Minister. The President and Leo Varadkar will sit down for a one-on-one meeting in the Oval Office before heading to Capitol Hill for the Friends of Ireland luncheon. Biden will host the Prime Minister for the traditional Shamrock presentation ceremony.
The other focus on Greece, the week surrounded banks after the failure of Silicon Valley Bank a week ago. Today, its parent company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. On Thursday, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen told the Senate Finance Committee.
Members of the committee that our banking system is sound and that Americans can feel
Thursday deposited $30 billion in that San Francisco-based bank. Chinese leader Xi Jinping is going to visit Russia next week. ABC's Elizabeth Schulte has more on how the U.S. feels about this.
The White House has been warning about this increasingly close relationship between Russia and China, and the president himself has said that the U.S. and allies would impose China moves forward in its assistance with Russia, especially if it provides lethal weapons with Russia's invasion of Ukraine. And to be clear, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan says so far there's no signs of that.
Finland cleared a major hurdle towards NATO membership. Turkey. You're listening to ABC News.
It is 8:10 and it's time for us to check.
Now we're taking a look at southbound 500 Woodland area near County Road 102. We have a two-car crash involving a big rig and an SUV over to the right shoulder. So far, no major delays. CHP on the way towards it. Also, some slow traffic on the Cap City Freeway going northbound, starting towards the American River. Once you get past that smooth sailing straightaway up towards the Cap City Freeway, but heading to the southbound direction. What we normally see between the Swan and 1 Avenue actually non-existent. There's no delays right now, just a little bit of a sluggish traffic southbound between the Marconi River and the parking lot. After that, no delays out towards Highway 50. Picking up 50 going in the eastbound direction. You'll find it sluggish between the American River and 15th Street. Nothing too major. Starting to get a little crowded, but it starts to get slow going again. Right to 59th Street, and then frees up really nicely out towards Rancho Cordova. Still a little sluggish traffic getting into the Roseville area. Southbound 65 from Blue Oaks Boulevard down to Pleasant Grove. Traffic on the 10s every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons. Roy LaMilla, KPK News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530.
Your 3-day forecast: increasing clouds today with a high near 66 degrees. Tomorrow, mostly showers move back into the region with a high near 58 degrees.
All right, time now for news.
So the Fulton Times nearby Placerville Speedway is amped up to begin another Hoosier Tire Championship season with an electric show that is sure to offer something for everyone this Saturday night. The El Dorado County Fairgrounds base, a quarter mile, will present a detailed program of grassroots dirt track racing. And the front gates open at 3.
Okay, today's St. Patrick's Day, and if you're that might depend on which state you live in, according to a new study. Okay, so when you in the United States.
Do you know who did this study?
Let's see, who did this study? I'm looking at it. It's on Study Finds, which releases a bunch of different studies from different organizations.
It's a clearinghouse for studies.
Bonus.com. Bonus.com. Okay, so the luckiest state in the country, you're living in it. California, the Golden State takes the lead with 16 Mega Millions wins and 11 Powerball jackpots from 2012 to 2022.
Yeah, well, we have a bunch of people.
You do have to, but it is, they do their algorithms to control for that kind of stuff, right? Okay. Let's see. Reside in New York, 22 wins, New Jersey, and Florida. Illinois, Michigan tied for 5th place.
Funny how all these are very.
Certain states were jinxed from the beginning because a lot of people played was lying about it. So this is based on lottery wins.
There's a study right now that we have. It's very, very easy to focus a few holes into.
That's a crap study. All right.
Okay, coming up here, we're going to take a look at burnout in the workplace, and it's a real thing, and what you can do to avoid it, and not only avoid it, but maybe even get a raise from the.
Mattress sets and select Tempur-Pedic adjustable base sets. Stop in at Matthews Mattress and let their highly trained mattress experts educate you on the latest technology, because if it's been a while since you've purchased a mattress, things have changed. And for the mattress technicians are ready to help. So try them out, lay on them, get a real feel for the mattresses. Our good friends at Matthews Mattress want to make it easy for your night's sleep. That's why you can buy that new mattress with special 36-month interest-free financing, no money down, on approved credit with equal monthly payments required. This allows you to buy that mattress you really need without putting a huge dent in your budget. Plus, if you buy by 5, you'll be sleeping by 9. Free same-day delivery, free removal of your old set as well. Mattress is family-owned and operated by our Kevin and Kristen Matthews. 11 locations to serve you. To find one nearest you, go to MatthewsMattress.com. Research shows listeners prefer a personalized experience. To help you remember, Liberty Mutual customizes personalizes ad for Amber, who really misses boy bands from the 90s.
Hey girl, I'm a Q1 here to tell you how Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I'm the heartthrob. The only thing I live more than you is baby. And I'm the other one, the band everyone forgot about.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Since 2011, feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Do you have over $10,000 in credit card debt? The stress from excessive credit card debt can ruin your life. Collection calls, sleepless nights. If you're feeling the financial impact with unprecedented economic challenges, DebtBlue is here for you. DebtBlue uses secret programs that most credit card companies won't tell you about. They'll help you consolidate or settle your debts for a fraction of what you owe. With DebtBlue's Success Guarantee, you pay or completely resolve. The more you owe, the more DebtBlue can save you. See how easy it is to get started with free interest. 10 minutes could save you thousands. Call now, 800-375-1000. 1158. That's 800-375-1158.
I'm just living sky high right now. I'm very thankful for it, and the team at Debt Loop are phenomenal. They're able to work with you.
Call for your free debt resolution information now. 800-375-1158. Now trending on the KFBK Morning News with Christine Mendoza and Sam Shane.
Records the longest surfing session, dodging swarms of jellyfish to ride over 700 waves across 40 punishing